Yo, if you want to skip all the BS and get right into the list, go ahead and check the description for the timestamps. Click on anytime you want. It'll take you to the top 40, 30, 20, 10, whatever it is that you want to see. First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. But after that, a couple things we got to say before we get into this video. Number one, this is my list. I listen to all this music. So if you're going to get in the comments and argue with me, go fuck. Number two, I listened to over 200 albums this year. So a top 40 means these are the best of the best. There's no slouches that are going to be in here. If you come in here and you say, my favorite album only got 33, that is damn good. Finally, I was midway through recording this video and my entire computer crashed. So this video is going to be a lot shorter than it originally was going to be. Half of these albums are not going to get much, if any, of an explanation as to why they are ranked there. I apologize, but I was recording for 25 minutes and I lost all that footage. Coming in at number 40, we got Future with I Never Liked You, one of the more polarizing albums of the year. I feel like people on Twitter are calling it either the best album of the year conversation, or they're calling it absolute trash. When you look at High Off Life, I Never Liked You doesn't exactly live up to that. I think it's got great highs, but I think the lows are significantly lower. Nonetheless, some great work out of Future. Number 39, Renaissance by Beyonce. I had a sour taste in my mouth from Drake's House album, but luckily, Beyonce was able to turn that around for me and give me some hope into this genre. At number 38 is Dreamville's Finest. Well, some of Dreamville's Finest. Spoiler, we got a little bit more coming later. It's Earth Gang with Ghetto Gods. At number 37, one of my favorite artists in the world right now, someone that my girlfriend will instantly skip in the car, and that's Benny the Butcher with Tana Talk 4. To say that this album lived up to my expectations would be a complete lie. I don't believe it did, because I was expecting album of the year quality from Benny the Butcher, and of course 37 is not quite that. However, there's not many people that are rapping like this anymore. Benny knows his lane, and he's staying in that lane, and he has mastered it. At number 36, it is Quavo and the late Takeoff with Only Built for Infinity Links. The simplest way to put it is they sound hungrier on this album than they have on the last few. This sounded like they were trying to prove a point to Offset that they didn't need him to make great music. And you know what? I think they made that point. At 35, we have Raw Data Feel Everything Everything. At number 34 is Capri Songs by FKA Twigs. Number 33, my brother Nick Rose with Very Cool Volume 2. I'm a little surprised to have it here on this list because it's just a mixtape. You guys can check out the first listen reaction on the channel with the link in the description. Nick was rapping his ass off. At number 32, I have Alpha Zulu by Phoenix. At number 31, Chris Patrick with X-Files. Shout out to Twitter for putting me on to Chris Patrick. At number 30, Robert Glasper with Black Radio 3. So many high points on this album, but Yebba, unbelievable. Give me more Yebba, please. At number 29, the best tag team in the world other than the Usos, it's Nas and Hit Boy with King's Disease 3. Nas, like I just said, has found his tag team partner in Hit Boy. I don't want to say that has revitalized his career because Nas has been top 5. Nas was putting out quality music when my dad was in his 20s. Now I'm in my 20s and Nas is still putting out quality music. But with this recent run by Nas, he's not top 5 anymore. He's top 1. Number 28, I got Chris Brown with Breezy. Great album despite the long track list, but I feel like the one thing it's missing is that signature Chris Brown hit. Simply just a refreshing voice to hear in R&B is Giveon with Give or Take. At number 10, no, I did it again. I did that the first time I was recording this video, and I just did it again. At number 26, it's 10 by Westside Gunn. Of course, Westside Gunn went with the politically correct name for this album. Westside Gunn is one of the rare instances where you get quality and quantity. And I understand that his voice is not for everybody. That's totally fine. But the rapping ability, anybody can hear it. At number 24, another person that Twitter put me onto is Red Veil with Learn to Swim. His improvement over just 2 years and 2 albums, I can only imagine where he's going to go in the future. At number 23, I have Hold the Girl by Rina Sawayama. This album is going to make you feel, which is good for me because I'm an emotional ass person. Coming in at number 22, I have West Side Boogie with More Black Superheroes. Number 21 is Vince Staples with Ramona Park Broke My Heart. Now, honestly, I figured Vince was going to have a tough time topping the self-titled project that he just put out last year. And I don't think that he did that with this album, but I do think it was the perfect follow-up. And it's just a perfect album that you can go ahead and play front to back and not want to skip anything. At number 20, I've got the epitome of toxic. It is Brent Faiyaz with Wasteland. At number 19, I got Freddie Gibbs with Soul Sold Separately. Say that 5 times fast. I think he definitely could have gotten a little bit better with this album. I think he definitely could have gone in a different direction. I feel like he tried to go a little bit too trap at some points. But overall, it's Freddie Gibbs. He's going to make up for it with his rapping ability no matter what. Coming in at number 18, I don't want to hear a word. I do not want to hear a word. It's Nas with Magic. It was technically a 2021 album, but like I said, I'm not hearing it. It came out pretty much the last week of December last year. I've always had it on this 2022 list. In my mind, there's no debate. I believe Magic is better than all 3 of the King's Disease albums.
It's a Slaughter Gang CEO.
At number 17, I have Her Loss by Drake with a little bit of 21 Savage sprinkled in there. I think 21 Savage serves as a bit of a security blanket for Drake. Her Loss is up here because of rapping. I believe this is some of the highest points we've heard from Drake in terms of rapping, probably since If You're Reading This Is Too Late. At number 16, Forest in the City by Umi. I feel like this is an album that is just raw. It is vocals, it is a light instrumental, it doesn't have much depth to it, and I think that is what knocks it down, because with her vocals, she could have Album of the Year quality. Number 15 is Heroes and Villains by Metro Boomin. It was so worth the wait. I can't even express how happy I was with this album. I'm actually extremely disappointed in one thing, and that is the fact that I did not do a first listen reaction to this, because you best believe I would have been bouncing off the walls. Hell, I still am listening to some of these songs. At number 14, this is something a bunch of people I'm sure could have forgotten about because it came out so early in the year, but I got Few Good Things by Saba. Of course, it's going to be very, very hard to live up to the previous bodies of work, but I think he did a damn good job of getting pretty close. The things Saba can do vocally are incredible. Of course, he's got a great pen and he can rap, but what really impresses me is the range of his vocals. His verses go in ways that you couldn't even expect to hear. Just overall an incredible talent and a great album. So Saba with Few Good Things coming in at number 14. At number 13, it is the most recent addition, Herbert by Absol. This is a little bit unfair because it hasn't really gotten a chance to age. It could go up, it could go down. This album severely lacks direction, and that is what ended up hurting it in the end. I feel like if you shaved a couple songs off, or maybe the sequencing was a little bit better, this could be one of the top albums of the year. But despite that, it's still up there at number 13. At number 12, one of my favorite artists right now, Lucky Day with Candy Drip. I think this is a sound that a lot of people are missing nowadays. I miss old school R&B. I miss this. I miss that. The old music sounds the same. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. This is the type of album you need to hear if you're tired of the way that R&B currently sounds like. At number 11, y'all are going to hate me for this one. It's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers by Kendrick Lamar, just missing my top 10. It's not Kendrick's best. It's not Kendrick's second best. It's not Kendrick's third best. It might not be Kendrick's fourth best. But the fact that this is not one of his best albums, and it is this damn good, shows you how incredible Kendrick Lamar really is. There's really nothing that this album is lacking. It has the production, it has the writing, it has the features, it has everything. I'm not taking a damn thing away from this album. I just believe that there are 10 other ones that have more going for them than this album. So here we go with the top 10. We're gonna kick things off with Smino, Love for Rent. I'm not really sure if this is considered R&B or rap. Either way, it doesn't matter what Smino wants to do. He's gonna kill it. It's just incredible. I wouldn't want anything more from Smino, and I wouldn't expect anything less.
We hollow the walls and back up bodegas on.
Number 9, It's Almost Dry by Pusha T. I'm just gonna say it right now. This was better than Daytona. Pusha T, in terms of ability to rap, is one of the best ever. Of course, the variety of sound is not there from Pusha T. However, it's been 20 years of this dude rapping about coke, and I haven't gotten tired of it yet, and I never will get tired of it because he is just that damn good at what he does. At number 8, I have 070 Shake with You Can't Kill Me. The psychedelic sound of 070 Shake is something that I am extremely fond of, but to hear it in a non-rap setting, which is what I'm used to, of course, with Kanye, Cudi, Travis Scott, it was refreshing to me. And just hearing that sound, the layering, the incredible vocals That classifies this as one of the best albums of the year. At number 7, it is Rico Nasty with the genre-bending Las Ruinas. I don't even have the words to properly describe this album because in the best way possible, it is all over the place. She changed up her image, she changed up her sound, and I think she mastered it. And this is a lane that I would expect Rico Nasty to stay in because this album right here is incredible. At number 6, it is SZA with SOS. The fact that SZA can go 20 plus songs and not have any of them drag, that's very impressive. I saw somebody say that this was the ridiculously toxic album for women. I completely agree with it. And the fact that I'm just a regular ass white dude and I could enjoy it means it's a damn good album. At number 5, I got the long-awaited 2000 by Joey Badass. I was a little bit concerned before this album came out with the bad singles, with the bad PR from Joey Badass, but he shut up, he let the music do the talking, and he proved that he's back. Now, when an album is classified as alternative, I don't really know what that means. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. So I don't know if I could properly describe Chaos Now by Gene Dawson, my 4th ranked album of 2022. The music, of course, speaks for itself. This isn't an album that I assumed I would like. I just saw it on my Apple Music. I said, that cover looks cool. Earl Sweatshirt feature looks cool. I'll check this out. At number 3, I have Melt My Eyes, See Your Future by an artist, of course, I was very fond of coming into this year, Denzel Curry. Denzel Curry has freestyled the last 2 albums prior to this one, and I'm glad that he went back to writing because this one seems a lot deeper, a lot more introspective, a lot more reflection, a lot better storytelling from Denzel Curry, which of course is something we know that we could rely on him for, but it's good to see it finally come back after a little bit of freestyling, having a lot of fun on the previous albums. At number 2, it is the R&B album of the year, The Weeknd with Dawn FM. Of course, it came out super early in the year, like first week of the year, so hopefully nobody forgot about it, but it of course is, as always with The Weeknd, one of the best albums of the year. The sequencing, the instrumentals, beats, vocals, everything, absolutely flawless from The Weeknd. Of course, you add narration from Jim Carrey, which was shockingly impressive. But also, it's the story behind this album that I find very interesting. Once you get it, it makes the album even more impressive. At number 1, the best album of 2022, it is JID with The Forever Story. This album from JID has everything you could possibly ask for in a rap album. And then you go into the fact that he's not only just rapping, he gets sentimental, he slows it down, and he starts singing to you on songs like Can't Make You Change and System M, which I think is the best song on the album. It's got the bangers, it's got the reflection, it's got the storytelling, it's got everything combined with my favorite thing in rap, which is beat switches. He does it flawlessly, and he pairs it with flow switches basically every 30 seconds, it feels like. JID had one of the more anticipated albums of the year, and not many artists have ever been able to deliver on an album that was as anticipated as The Forever Story, and JID hit it out of the park. Grand slam. So that is my top 40 list. I appreciate y'all for watching. Of course, you don't have to listen to anything I say. I'm just some random white dude from Connecticut with a microphone. But with that being said, go ahead in the comments and let me know what your favorite or what you have as the best album of 2022. We'll be back for this list again at the end of 2023. I appreciate y'all for watching. See you in the next one.
Wake up, phone jumping, I think that's the money calling. Look up at the sky, all I see is money falling. Give me this, give me that, give me everything. I want everything, yeah. Wake up, phone jumping, I think that's the money calling.